Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Having authority or ascendancy or influence. An important official. Of great significance or value. Important people. Important in effect or meaning. Of extreme importance, vital to the resolution of a crisis. Having or suggesting a consciousness of high position. Recited the decree with an important air. Having authority or ascendancy or influence. The captain's authoritative manner. Of recognized authority or excellence. Sanctioned by established authority. An authoritative communiqué. Of great significance or value. Rich in significance or implication. A significant silence. Important in effect or meaning. A significant change in tax laws. Of considerable importance, size, or worth. Too closely correlated to be attributed to chance and therefore indicating a systematic relation. The interaction effect is significant at the 0.01 level. Of the greatest importance. Crucial information. Of extreme importance, vital to the resolution of a crisis. A crucial moment in his career. Having crucial relevance. Crucial to the case. Having or exercising influence or power. An influential newspaper. A coral reef off the southern coast of Florida. Identify as in botany or biology, for example. Basketball. A space, including the foul line, in front of the basket at each end of a basketball court, usually painted a different color from the rest of the court. He hit a jump shot from the top of the key. Any of 24 major or minor diatonic scales that provide the tonal framework for a piece of music. United States lawyer and poet who wrote a poem after witnessing the British attack on Baltimore during the War of 1812. The poem was later set to music and entitled, The Star-Spangled Banner, 1779–1843. Mechanical device used to wind another device that is driven by a spring, as a clock. The central building block at the top of an arch or vault. Serving as an essential component. A winged often one-seed indehiscent fruit as of the ash or elm or maple. A generic term for any device whose possession entitles the holder to a means of access. A safe deposit box usually requires 2 keys to open it. A kilogram of a narcotic drug. They were carrying 2 keys of heroin. A lever, as in a keyboard, that actuates a mechanism when depressed. A list of answers to a test. Some students had stolen the key to the final exam. A list of words or phrases that explain symbols or abbreviations. Harmonize with or adjust to. Key one's actions to the vota's prevailing attitude. Metal device shaped in such a way that when it is inserted into the appropriate lock, the lock's mechanism can be rotated. Pitch of the voice. He spoke in a low key. Provide with a key. We were keyed after the locks were changed in the building. Regulate the musical pitch of. Something crucial for explaining. The key to development is economic integration. Vandalize a car by scratching the sides with a key. His new Mercedes was keyed last night in the parking lot. The educator who has executive authority for a school. She sent unruly pupils to see the principal. The major party to a financial transaction at a stock exchange. Buys and sells for his own account. An actor who plays a principal role. Capital is contrasted with the income derived from it. Most important element. The principal rivers of America. Criminal law. Any person involved in a criminal offense, regardless of whether the person profits from such involvement. The original amount of a debt on which interest is calculated. Of a clause, capable of standing syntactically alone as a complete sentence. The main, or independent, clause in a complex sentence has at least a subject and a verb. Any very large body of salt water. Most important element. The main doors were of solid glass. A principal pipe in a system that distributes water or gas or electricity or that collects sewage. Of force. Of the greatest possible intensity. By main strength. A combatant who is able to defeat rivals. Get on top of. Deal with successfully. An authority qualified to teach apprentices. Key that secures entrance everywhere. Be or become completely proficient or skilled in. She mastered Japanese in less than 2 years. An original creation, i.e., an audio recording, from which copies can be made. Presiding officer of a school. Have dominance or the power to defeat over. Her pain completely mastered her. A person who has general authority over others. An officer who is licensed to command a merchant ship. An artist of consummate skill. A master of the violin. Have a firm understanding or knowledge of, be on top of. Most important element. The master bedroom. Directs the work of others. Someone who holds a master's degree from academic institution. Of the greatest importance. Capable of being measured. Measurable depths. Of distinguished importance. A measurable figure in literature. Relating to or concerned with strategy. Strategic weapon. Highly important to or an integral part of a strategy or plan of action, especially in war. A strategic chess move. Designating the player judged to be the most important to the sport. The most valuable player award. Excessively fat. A weighty man. Powerfully persuasive. A weighty argument. Of great gravity or crucial import, requiring serious thought. The weighty matters to be discussed at the peace conference. Weighing heavily on the spirit, causing anxiety or worry. Weighty problems. Having relatively great weight, heavy. A weighty load. Of the greatest importance. The all-important subject of disarmament. Of the greatest importance. In chess, cool nerves are of the essence. Pain that feels hot as if it were on fire. Execution by fire. A process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give heat and light. Execution by electricity. The act of burning something. The burning of leaves was prohibited by a town ordinance. A form of torture in which cigarettes or cigars or other hot implements are used to burn the victim's skin. Of immediate import. Burning issues of the day. Crested thick-billed North American finch having bright red plumage in the male. The number of elements in a mathematical set denotes a quantity but not the order. A variable color averaging a vivid red. Serving as an essential component. A cardinal rule. Being or denoting a numerical quantity but not order. Cardinal numbers. Roman Catholic Church, one of a group of more than 100 prominent bishops in the Sacred College who advise the Pope and elect new popes. A workplace that serves as a telecommunications facility where lines from telephones can be connected together to permit communication. Serving as an essential component. The central cause of the problem. In or near a center or constituting a center, the inner area. A central position. A person who is in charge. The head of a tribe or clan. A person who exercises control over workers. Most important element. The chief aim of living. Having important issues or results. The year's only really consequential legislation. According to Copernicus. Of radical or major importance. Used of a person's appearance or behavior, befitting an eminent person. His distinguished bearing. Used of persons, standing above others in character or attainment or reputation. Our distinguished professor. Owed as a debt. Outstanding bills. Of major significance or importance. Einstein was one of the outstanding figures of the 20th century. Having a quality that thrusts itself into attention. An outstanding fact of our time is that nations poisoned by anti-Semitism proved less fortunate in regard to their own freedom. Distinguished from others in excellence. Did outstanding work in human relations. Anything indispensable. The essentials of the good life. Of the greatest importance. Absolutely necessary, vitally necessary. Essential tools and materials. Defining rights and duties as opposed to giving the rules by which rights and duties are established. Basic and fundamental. The essential feature. Being or relating to or containing the essence of a plant, etc. Essential oil. Appealing to the mind. A serious book. Completely lacking in playfulness. Causing fear or anxiety by threatening great harm. A serious wound. Concerned with work or important matters rather than play or trivialities. A serious student of history. Of great consequence. Marriage is a serious matter. Requiring effort or concentration, complex and not easy to answer or solve. Raised serious objections to the proposal. Having important issues or results. An eventful decision. Full of events or incidents. The most exhausting and eventful day of my life. Serving as an essential component. Having existed from the beginning, in an earliest or original stage or state. primal eras before the appearance of life on Earth. Far-reaching and thoroughgoing in effect, especially on the nature of something. The fundamental revolution in human values that has occurred. Being or involving basic facts or principles. The fundamental laws of the universe. The lowest tone of a harmonic series. Serving as an essential component. An example that was fundamental to the argument. Any factor that could be considered important to the understanding of a particular business. Fundamentals include a company's growth, revenues, earnings, management, and capital structure. A preliminary election where delegates or nominees are chosen. Of or being the essential or basic part. One of the main flight feathers projecting along the outer edge of a bird's wing. Coil forming the part of an electrical circuit such that changing current in it induces a current in a neighboring circuit. Current through the primary coil induces current in the secondary coil. Most important element. Policemen were primary targets. Astronomy, a celestial body, especially a star, relative to other objects in orbit around it. Not derived from or reducible to something else, basic. A primary instinct. Of first rank or importance or value, direct and immediate rather than secondary. Primary goals.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.